Welcome to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History for another earth-shaking video. So you're probably wondering, okay, I've seen this before, Gary. Why do you have it out again? Well, okay, two reasons. One of them is Lynn actually completed these little instruments here, and she also put the little emblem up here for Herbie the Hamster, and which I thought was really cool. She did a great job. And also, one of these heads was missing. These little men here, complete head was missing. She actually recreated the entire head, hand painted the little hat. I mean, talk about amazing. She is an amazing restorer. But the second reason I brought this out again was I think this is from Circus Pet Shop, which was on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. There's lots of postcards about Circus Pet Shop. I had Alex, who was working for us, he actually did a little deep dive into it and couldn't find much except for the fact that they've bulldozed it and now it's a parking lot. Cue the song, They Paved Paradise and put up a parking lot. So anyways, the Circus Pet Shop, on the postcards, it said it has the world's youngest animal trainer. And he looks like he's between 6 and 7 years old, maybe even younger. And I think this was his for a lot of reasons. In the picture of the pet shop, there's different folk art kinds of handmade things like this. So I can't unequivocally say it is his, but I'm hoping that somebody will come to the site from Circus Pet Shop or knows Circus Pet Shop and says, yes, that belonged to the world's youngest animal trainer, and that is his Herbie the Hamster cage, which he handmade himself. Pretty darn cool. So I love this. So I just wanted to show you that again, see if we can get any people to tell us about it. All right. Okay. I'll get this one here. This is not a vacuum cleaner, but they decided to use a vacuum cleaner box. Oops. So last week I was in Florida and I got to film with Jack 5 videos for the museum. One on Jewel Aquarium, one on the mermaids of the Weeki Wachee Springs, one on, actually 2 with Mike and Jay Fuhrer of the Turtle and Tortoise Inc. compound, one of the largest breeders of turtles in the country. And the last one on Bob Kraus, who has spent his life in the pet industry, starting with a turtle bull when he was a little kid and winding up as a turtle conservationist, even after doing a chain of pet shops, working in a pet shop, chain of pet shops, pet distributor, owned a pet manufacturer, sold it, and went into conservation. So pretty cool. So those will be coming up in the next few months, with the first one starting next month. All right. So this is a Paul Friedlaender cage. And very, very Art Deco, very 1930s. It has the rotating bird feeders here. So actually, it's got one of the original feeders. That's great. So I didn't even see that. So see the little cutout? So this is how you tell the American versus the European one. The European one has the cutout and the Americans don't. Because the American ones are actually lower. They're lower profile. So you put it in here and you put it in here. Spin it around, it locks. Usually, yeah, there's a little lock there. And there you go. You have a phenomenal Art Deco birdcage imported by Paul Friedlaender and made in Czechoslovakia when it was Czechoslovakia. Now it's Czech Republic. But they made a series of these and I just love them. All different paint schemes. They were really known for this style. And they had, like, some were green with these deco paint schemes and what else. You've got this little decoration on the seed guard on the back, which has got a crack in it. So that is a Paul Friedlander birdcage. Here's one from Australia, believe it or not. All right. All right. Let's see, what do we got here? Hopefully there's no damage. Whew. Yes. This is really nice, and you just don't find these at all in this size, and you don't find them very often in blue color. This is a sky blue. Some will call it cobalt, but it's not cobalt. It's too light to be cobalt. But so we'll call it a sky blue fishbowl, small size. There's no seam. Wow. So there's a pond tail right here, which means this was hand blown into a mold. And I don't know whether it was hand blown in Australia. I doubtfully. Probably blown in Europe and was an export item to Australia. But this was a small goldfish bowl, probably from the 1920s when goldfish were a huge hit with carnivals and fairs, and they would give you a goldfish bowl with a goldfish. So that is a sky blue 1920s goldfish bowl from Australia, probably made in Europe. All right, that's it for this week, folks. Be good, stay calm, and I'll see you again next week.